Now imagine with me your alarm clock goes off at 6:30 in the morning. So you tap the screen of your phone and suddenly a symphony of artificial light wakes you up and reminds you of all the goals you had for yourself today. 8 hours of deep work on the business that I know will not only make me a multi-millionaire, but can change the world. All that done with time to spare to spend your evening with the ones that you love the most. But no, motherfucker, it's still 6:30 in the morning, and instead, an Instagram notification pops up. The Reels page is only a tap away, so you tap, and that tap turns into a swipe, which turns into a scroll. And 10 minutes later, you finally stumble across that one OnlyFans chick that you swore you would never go back to. And suddenly, an hour later, you've already busted your second nut. This wasn't the start to the morning you wanted. You go into that deep work period later, you put on your headphones, you open up YouTube, there's a catchy thumbnail. And suddenly, 8 hours later, you've spent your entire deep work block just wasted away, relapsing on every addiction. And it's 1 a.m. in the morning and you ask yourself, why do I always end up at 1 in the morning wasting a whole day away just hating myself? Oh, that was kind of dark, huh? This was my life for 2 years straight. Now, of course, there's some days in between where I was very productive, and not only did I catch up on the work that I missed, but I even got more ahead. In my life, I quit a 12-year porn addiction, a 7-year nicotine addiction. I haven't missed more than 10 days of working out in the 10 years that I've been lifting weights. But for some reason, this $1,000 piece of aluminum beats me every single time. Alright, now that you know that even the guy who dedicated his life to make self-improvement videos gets defeated by these little videos that you can just flick to on your phone, let's talk about the top 3 reasons why you can't stop scrolling and an actionable solution to each one. Because I know for so many of you guys, so many young men in my DMs, this is the biggest problem. This is the thing that not only keeps them unproductive, keeps them from that big dream life that they want to live, but makes them relapse on all their addictions, that forces them into being comfortable, that triggers them into watching porn again. And the worst of the worst, gets them to that 1 a.m. point when they've done nothing that they wanted to do and they lose their self-pride. The number one legitimate scientific reason why you can't stop scrolling, the casino effect. So our brains are literally wired to hunt since the dawn of fucking time. How the dopamine pathway works in our brain is we see the wild animal, we see the wild boar out there, and our ancestors had to put in so much work to go fucking craft the spear, wake their ass up in the morning and go physically hunt this shit to bring back to the tribe. That just through evolution, our brain's dopamine system, the system that makes us feel not only motivation, reward, but fulfillment and happiness, is attached to the hunt. You might be thinking, how the fuck does that relate to scrolling on social media? Because I don't have to hunt. It's so easy. I just open up a couple apps and I can see all the videos I want. Well, that's where these social media companies are not only smarter than you, but they don't give a fuck about you. These companies have implemented something in the algorithm that I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm gonna call it the casino effect, where it plays into the brain's want to hunt. They know, the algorithm knows exactly what type of content that you like. It knows, but it will only show you the content that you like once in a while. So if you notice, if you're scrolling through Instagram Reels, through TikTok, that maybe 1 in 3 videos at first will be something that you like. And that's how they start spiking your dopamine. If you actually enjoy every second video and you kind of find it interesting, you're gonna keep going. And then eventually you're 30 minutes, 1 hour into the app, and they start pulling back on that a little bit. And now, 1 in 10 videos is the one that you like. And it keeps you flipping and flipping and flipping. And now it's not even the satisfaction about watching the video. It's the brain giving you satisfaction about even finding the video that you like. Here's the secret. You didn't find it. It's tricking your brain into thinking that you search for this. And that feel-good feeling that you put in the work, the mental and physical work to find it. But you didn't. The algorithm just chose when to present it to you. And that's what loops you in to keep wanting to scroll. This is the same solution and the best solution to fighting off any addiction. Build barriers. So when you're scrolling and you're in this mindless state, you are not very present. You're not very conscious. Think back to all the times that you were scrolling on social media and that when you finally stopped, you were like, oh my god, what have I done? And it was like 2 hours gone. And now think back to every single time when you've stopped early. There was probably something that came into your brain, a thought, a voice, someone else outside in the world, a distraction, that made you think, what the fuck am I doing, just a little bit earlier. So not only is understanding how the social media whole fucking machine works going to help because it's going to implant that in your brain, but here's a couple other things that we can throw in to build some actionable barriers that anytime you're scrolling, these thoughts are going to enter your brain and just give you the gentle reminder that not only should you stop right now, but you do have the ability to stop. Most people scroll in the morning because we use our phones for our alarms. And if the phone is the first thing we open and see in the morning, it's just so much easier to get onto the social media apps. By simply still using your phone as alarm, but setting that alarm far away from you, it changes the pattern that now in the morning, instead of just being able to roll over and put your phone to your face, you have to stand up and walk to your phone. I know it sounds too simple, but genuinely, this was one of the best things that I did for my addiction to scrolling. The next one is app blockers. So this is one that my girlfriend set me up with so long ago, but it's called OneSec. I talked about this in some of our first videos, and it's an app that you can set it on any one of your apps, that if you click on that app, it will give you a 10-second fucking timer, and it tells you to take a deep breath for 10 seconds before the app opens. It's so fucking annoying, but you'll realize that most of the time opening an app is just muscle memory. I bet most of you guys can close your eyes right now and open up to any app that you Fuck, I have to let the boys in. You can come in. We're talking about how to stop scrolling. So this video is called How to Stop Being Tanner Shuck.
Oh, that's well, I was just about to put my phone and scroll.
I bet you were, huh? You little fucking pussy. Say hi to the self-improvement channel. These are the boys. Oh,
channel.
dude,
Oh,
we're not allowed
God.
gingers in here. Step 3, don't associate with ginger kids.
What?
Okay, I gotta keep going, so shut the fuck up. And the last one, this one sounds way too simple, literally brain dead, but it's setting your phone on Do Not Disturb. Just 2 days ago, I remember I was getting so stressed out with all the work, sitting right here at the desk, with all these meetings and calls, and I truthfully did not do any of the work in a 4-hour deep work block because I was just getting so distracted. And I just remember I couldn't take it. I just swiped down my phone, put on Do Not Disturb, and immediately the lack of distraction, the fact that if I wanted to access any text, any social media, I had to turn off that Do Not Disturb, I got more work done than I've probably ever gotten done in such a short period of time. The second reason you can't stop scrolling is you're secretly searching for porn. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, of course I'm not searching for porn. I've been on my nofap shit for so long. But time and time again, when you're scrolling online, you stumble across those OnlyFans girls. They're shaking their ass on Instagram Reels and you relapse. Now, of course, you're not actively searching for porn, but the brain loves to seek comfort. It's a defense mechanism. When you're scrolling online, ask yourself, like, truly, there's probably a part of you, a small part of you, that actually wants to see the sexy girl twerking her ass. That porn could be videos like this. Videos that make you feel like you're about to get up and go conquer the world and go be successful. But you finish them, but you don't apply yourself. And you watch the next video and the next. Now you're 20 self-improvement videos deep, but it's also 1 a.m. and you've done nothing to actually improve your life. Watching videos like this might also be your porn. So the solution to this is we're gonna treat scrolling like porn. And if you wanna go back to the how to quit porn videos that we've done, the full guides, you can go back, but here's a quick rundown. So when I started treating social media like porn, that was the breaking point that actually got me to stop scrolling. I started to tell every single one of my friends that, oh, I don't scroll anymore. I don't scroll on social media. And even me and some of my best friends, Jeff from the other channel or the other videos you know, we made a bet to each other on our trip to Texas that if we caught each other scrolling even once, we got to kick the other person in the balls. I'm not saying you gotta go do that, but just by telling people, it goes back to the first solution to the first problem of putting a big reinforcement in your brain, having all these barriers blocking you from getting to the scrolling. So by treating it like porn and treating the scrolling as like a sin to you, as something that you're ashamed of, it's just gonna add more reminders in your brain to not do it. And just like porn, you wouldn't tell a beginner in the gym to go bench 2 plates for the first time. The self-improvement channels that you see, and mine's one of the smallest, so the other ones, the big ones online, you see the Iman Gotsis, you see the Hamzas, but what you don't see is the guys with under 1,000 subs, or the guys with 100,000. And I've met some of these guys in person, and let me tell you, some of these guys, they don't give a fuck about self-improvement. They don't give a fuck about helping young men get better. They haven't been through shit in their life that truly made them care about this. Most of them have just seen a couple of these videos online and they always wanted to break into the YouTube space. It's just a way to get quick money. And I'm not saying this isn't me. Of course I want the success and build this channel. I would love to hit 1 million, 2 million, 10 million subscribers where I'm just talking about fucking life lessons. That's the fucking dream. But at the same time, I'm spending hours, a zero financial reinvestment from these videos back. I know so many self-improvement guys that have quit after their first month because they didn't make any money from it. They started selling a fucking self-improvement course on their first video. So most of those guys will tell you these extreme things like you just have to cut scrolling every day or cut porn, and if you don't do it, you're an absolute piece of shit. And they say these things because it gets a fucking rise out of you. It makes you want to keep watching because it feels great. I want to say these things to you. That's the shit that I used to hear when I was trying to quit porn. And it made me feel so good. I was like, yes. But then some people it's not realistic. And when I relapse on something, porn, on scrolling, it made me hate myself 20 times more. So I'm gonna tell you right now that you're a fucking beginner, like that beginner in the gym. And it's tough, but a beginner isn't gonna go bench 2 plates right away. Actionable step, you can write down how many hours a day on average, or go up to your phone and you can see how many screen time and just try to cut that time in half. Put no pressure on yourself to cut it down to 0, to never do it again, to finish only 1 week and you have to cut it in half again. Just cut it in half. And I guarantee you, in a week, especially if you're tracking it down, you will be so proud of the progress. The average person spends 90 to 200 minutes a day scrolling on social media. That is more than a day or two of an entire month. Half a month in a whole year is spent on your phone, probably looking at the most degenerate videos. And now if you just cut that in half, you saved yourself a whole 7 days, and those 7 days could be the change of your fucking life. So just cut it in half. And finally, the third reason, and the most important, the deepest reason, the hardest one to fix of why you can't stop scrolling on your phone is you hate your life. Now, of course, most of you guys probably don't actually hate your life, or you've never been depressed, or you don't feel like that. Think back to the guys like in high school, or your friends that you admire who are just so present with the world. You can tell like those guys, like they never scroll online. And don't think back to yourself. What is the difference? Like ask yourself this. If you filled the time in your day with things, people, and activity that you truly loved, would you even feel the want to look at the world through somebody else's eyes? Probably not. And it's not easy. And the only solution to this problem is finding your purpose. Let me start with a story. There was a 6'9" multi-millionaire driving at 190 kilometers an hour to his death. Just before the car crashed, he stopped immediately. He slammed the brakes and he thought to himself, what the fuck am I doing? I have all the money in the world, all the fame, food prepared for me every day, and a family that loves me. So why do I still hate my life? And so the next day, he goes to his wife and he tells her, honey, I'm done living like this. Never in my life, on every accomplishment I've ever made, have I ever felt happy with it. But this time, I feel like if I can just accomplish this next goal and just lose the weight, stop drinking, and I just set one goal, maybe this will be the chance to save my life. So he signs up for a boxing match. The boxing match is set a year later, and in that year, this man loses 100 pounds. He cuts every drug out of his life, and he trains 2, 3, 4 times a day for this fight. And now at first his wife goes, you gotta be crazy. You're not in your prime. So he keeps going despite all the concerns of his family. And at first he couldn't even run 200 meters. Now a year later, he loses all the weight, stops drinking, and he also is able to run a marathon. He gets into the ring. The fight goes the distance. He gets knocked out. He comes back up on the 10th second, and the fight is a draw. But what I failed to mention was that this man was the world's greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, Tyson Fury. He has an amazing story about mental health, an amazing story about kicking anxiety and depression. And the one thing that he's always said was that his whole life he's won so many fights, but never have they felt purposeful. And the reason that this one fight has changed his life and stopped him from being suicidal was because he attached purpose toward it. So the biggest takeaway is, for all these mental health self-improvement videos that we do, and the solution to everything always comes down to having a purpose in your life. And the way that purpose works, and we talk about this all the time, is there's this little core seed that deep inside you, deep inside your soul, and that is the ultimate purpose. And that is something that unfortunately we as humans might never achieve. But on top of that, we get layers and layers and layers on top like an onion, and we peel back those layers. Like in the beginning, like when you're a little kid, you had your first ever purpose, maybe it was just a fucking walk. And then the older you get, through your 20s and 30s or whatever, you start peeling back these layers and you try different things, and slowly you'll start getting to the core layer of that purpose. And you know you're getting there when simply you just feel like what you are doing in life is something that you care about and you love, and that when you're doing it, and the best way to indicate what your purpose is that when you're doing it, you are in flow state. You don't have these thoughts telling you to stop or give up. You just keep going. And of course there's going to be tough times, but if there's a thought in your mind that you keep having, whether it's to start that business or simple as you want to go bench press that first 2 plates, the thought that keeps coming up, especially the thought kind of scares you and you feel this like pit in your stomach, that is usually the best indicator that you are on the right track to finding your purpose. If you don't know how to find it, I always preach the best way to speed run this process instead of just waiting for it and trying different things to see what aligns, but is locking yourself in a room, taking off all the distractions with just yourself, pencil, a piece of paper, journal, and just writing down with the prompt at the top of what is my life's purpose. And once you get through that stage, because if there's no distractions and you're just writing, you're gonna get to like this deepest like inner core of yourself. At first you're gonna write some like absolute retarded shit, like, oh, you know, my purpose is to go like fuck as many hot bitches. But then the more deeper you write, especially with no distractions, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have these like self-actualizing fucking realizations about what you truly love, where everything else is shut off in the world and like nobody is swaying your decision of what it is, and it's just purely you, because your purpose is yours. So you have to go find out what it is. So that's the best way to speedrun the process. Once you have found what it is, or what it is at the time, align as much of your life toward it. So right now my purpose is to grow this channel, to make as many people attached to this self-improvement and preach this as much and all this. And there's no exact numbers, not 1 million or 10 million, but it just feels right. I get this sense of accomplishment that I've never gotten from anything else when I make these. That's the thing that you have to go find and then go align your life to, because that's gonna bring you the biggest fulfillment in your life. So I know this might not be the best for the growth of the channel to say, but maybe instead of spending our time finding the best and the worst solutions of how to stop and start good and bad habits, we should just align our lives to the things, the activities, the work, and the people that we love the most. Or we might end up like my friend Tanner, wasting his life away, scrolling and ginger. So don't be like Tanner. Just get the fuck off your phone, bro. God damn.